Minnesota is recognized for 3 minutes.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, and I thank the gentleman for yielding. I also rise in strong support of H.R. 4045. Madam Speaker, the promises that we make to our young men and women and those who serve and have volunteered to put our nation's uniform on should always be kept. And this important legislation does exactly that by assuring that nearly 50,000, tens of thousands service members will receive the benefits that they, in fact, were promised. In October of last year, the Department of Defense significantly changed the amount of earned time and leave time for our troops and began providing less time off for service members after a long deployment. But in that process, they failed to take into account those reservists who were already deployed, including the 2,000 members of the Minnesota National Guard. Madam Speaker, if we don't pass this legislation, members of the National Guard and the Reserve, including members of Minnesota's famed Red Bulls, will stand to lose approximately 27 days of leave that they were promised. They've already earned that leave. Let's do the right thing. This is simple. This is straightforward. We need to keep the promises out there for our servicemen and women. I want to applaud Chairman Klein. I want to applaud all the members of the Minnesota delegation for working together on something critical and important in sending a bipartisan message that we will stand behind our promises for our troops and our men and women in uniform. I yield back.
The gentleman yields back.